startups and founders are the believers in the future. They are sellers of the future.
By following as much AI as they can, they just sometimes overcomplicate the products.
Maybe sometimes in one day it will be achievable, right? But for now, you have to be like the instructor for the AI.
Many software tools are wrappers of something.
In 4 months, they just reach like 20 mil annual recurring revenue.
We have no clue what they're doing with our sensitive information.
In like 2 weeks after he launched, the guys just hacked this website. And you know what? He doesn't know the programming. So
Wow, that's crazy. Hey guys, guess who's back? Tony and Ilya here again, and as you might know, we've been running a software development company doing pretty much AI, and today we are going to cover AI topic from startups perspective.
Yeah, great, Tony. So where should we start?
I think we can start with the question why so many startups today are putting as much AI into their products as they can.
Yeah, that's super great topic. Yeah, absolutely agreed. And I'm interested, what do you think about this?
Well, my own opinion is that this way they're trying to get as much investments as they can, because they believe that venture capital is loving AI because it's a sign of cutting edge technologies, and they think that when they put as much AI in as they can, they will get investments, and that's the primary reason, I think, because AI in pitch deck sounds sexy. That's it.
Actually, it was like this, I'm absolutely sure, in like 2090, right? If you just put something great technology like blockchain, AI, or something like that, all investors are ready to invest into you. But I'm not sure about it nowadays, because like metrics is more important than just buzzwords like AI, blockchain, and so on. Nowadays, investors are looking more on numbers than buzzwords. But of course, it's one of perspective ways to.
Well, yeah, that could make sense. Hopefully investors became smarter than they used to be. Yeah, but I do think that another reason here could be that many startups still believe that if they slap an AI label on their product, they will have, more preferences and on the market and win the competition. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can say that we can watch on this from another side, right? I believe that the founders, right, these startups really believe in this future. When they are adding AI label to all of this they are doing, like AI society, AI social network for dogs, they really believe that this social network will be great. So actually, from the root, right? From the root, startups and founders are the believers in the future. And more important, that they are sellers of the future. Mm-hmm. And I believe they really think these ideas can be great. But and they are selling these ideas to...
Selling the future,
yes.
Selling the future with cutting-edge technologies, new technologies, and AI in that.
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds interesting. Sounds like an interesting, not a theory, but an interesting idea. I agree with that. Don't you think that by doing that, by following as much AI as they can, they just sometimes overcomplicate the products there when they can make like more efficient and simpler solutions?
Yeah, I absolutely agreed. By enhancing the solution, right? They think the one way to enhance it is to make it more like strong and more hard. Yeah, but actually the more important in nowadays, not like techie stuff, not like tech buzzwords and another bullshit, right? Nowadays is more important how much value it gives to the...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm interested here. Aren't they forgetting about users by doing these overcomplicated solutions? And are they checking if there is still a value for end users, for customers who buy for the product? That's the question.
Yeah, answer for this question is the guys who do it, right? The guys who do it, they have ambitions and they probably have the perspective and the chance to make something great. The guys who are just making AI for AI, they will not have the chance. So yeah.
Yeah, let's hope for that. Cool. How about discussing like top of illusions startups still might have about AI?
Yeah, that's a great topic. What do you think? Where should we start?
I feel like many of them believe that like using AI will, let's say, boost your product like 5 times or 10 times. What do you think about that? Is that illusion alive? Does it actually exist on the market?
Actually, there are two sides of the coin here. I believe, right, that some companies who have, for example, like five employees, like for example, 2 founders and 5 employees, they really can become super huge nowadays if they use AI agents for sales, for example, for documents. I believe in this stuff. Probably the companies can really become super huge and progressive with AI. But on another side of the coin is quite a small amount of spheres, of niches, where the startups can use like AI agents for absolutely automate the process.
Yeah. So we can say that it could be limited, and therefore they can't hope for like huge growing with just use of AI in all industries, in all markets. Because if we take, for instance, I don't know, something classic, offline classic business, let's say construction, and we do realize that we can't use AI widely there. And that's why we can't rely on it as the reason for huge growth.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the idea that AI can replace all human efforts, like 100%?
Whoa. That's huge. Maybe sometimes in one day, it will be achievable, right? Maybe. But for now, you have to be like the instructor for the AI. You have to be the supervisor for the AI. And without your like instructions and your data, AI will not do anything. And absolutely not 100% of all workflow.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm interested if this illusion actually exists, or maybe like, let's say, advanced startup guys, they understand the landscape and they don't think this way that, hey, this is a magic bullet we can use to like replace all our staff and save a bunch of salaries.
You asking, is this illusion exists or?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, I heard about it, but I'm questioning it. Maybe startup crowd doesn't have that illusion. Maybe it refers more to the offline business, like, classic business people who are not that informed about AI, and that's why they have that, illusions.
Yeah. Understood. You know what I can say? You and me now here exactly for these guys. We will tell them, is this achievable nowadays or not, right?
We are working in this direction to make the dream come true. Cool. And okay, what about the illusion, or is it actually illusion that AI is a real market differentiator and using it will like put you ahead of the crowd and you'll get more customers and revenue and attention? Yeah,
that's a great question. I'm interested. What do you think about it? But I will start, right? So from my perspective, all companies nowadays have to think about it. They have to think, how can I apply it, right? How can I use it and to increase like growth, revenue, to decrease the operational costs and so on. So I believe just all companies nowadays have to think about it. And what do you think?
I think that it sounds like bullshit, to be honest. And if you don't have real value in your product, if you're trying to sell something, empty, or just duplicate that already is on the market, you won't succeed even if you put there like 10 AI models, 5 virtual assistants, prediction engine, and you automate your reports and everything. It won't help you win the competition on the market, because I believe that the vision, the clear product idea and the value is the key here.
Yeah, exactly. So it can help you, right? But firstly, you have to understand why you need it, right? Why you need it, to understand the KPIs, metrics, and so on. But actually, it can help you, business.
Yeah, of course. But here we return once again to the same topic, that to use AI, you have to understand where you need to use it, if you have the proper data to feed it and to get the benefits of it. And so you have a clear picture and you have processes, you need to have a plan how to use it. In this case, it will help you, it will be a friend, and it will serve you. Otherwise, you will just automate chaos and live with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool. Now, I'm really interested in the question that there have been so many innovative startups around last years, and I'm wondering if they are so cutting edge for real, or they're just, I don't know, reselling some other model or idea. What do you think about it?
Nowadays, there are like more than 1,000 startups made just in the last year. Even more than 1,000. Maybe even more than 10,000, right?
We maybe only know about 1,000.
Yes. So a lot of them are just wrappers, right? And just wrappers around OpenAI. A lot of them are making really cool stuff. And OpenAI is technology, but not like just a wrapper. So, and you know what? Actually, about the wrappers, it's also not simple thing. Why so? Because even OpenAI, right? OpenAI is the wrapper over NVIDIA, right? NVIDIA is the wrapper over the chips company, microchips, I mean. So it's not like simple question, because...
You mean that it's okay to use someone else, intellectual property and product and or service?
Yes. I believe that's good, and that's how the technology works now. Probably each web application, like the people can say that that's just a wrapper over JavaScript.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking in this direction, we need to admit that many software tools are wrappers of something, and that's pretty fun. Okay, but you know what I'm driving to? I've been seeing dozens, if not hundreds, of similar products on App Store, like virtual tutors, English tutors, nutrition helpers, and personal coaches and things like that. They all are similar. And I'm just thinking, are they really getting customers? Are they all really getting customers? Or like, why they exist otherwise?
Yeah, I'm also interested in this topic, right? I'm also researching each day. I'm reading these guys on X, on Twitter, right? And a lot of them really building apps, right? A lot of them call them vibe coders. It's a new word. We'll discuss it later.
Sounds interesting. Never heard about it, to be honest.
And to my mind, right, these apps nowadays, right? Nowadays, it's more about the marketing, not about development. Yeah, so they build app, right? But more important to make it profitable is the viral marketing, is the how they can create great videos for TikTok, make great marketing campaigns. For example, this guy who are making almost 1 mil each month with exactly nutritionist assistant. That's huge. That's great. But it's mostly about marketing.
So you mean that who did impressive marketing, he could succeed and he could gain client base and get revenue and investments and everything, while others, like maybe 99% of others, they're just staying in the corner.
They build product and that's all.
I see. Yeah, hoping to get investments and then disappear in the sunset. All right. We understand that despite of hundreds or thousands of such like similar products that are just AI middleware wrappers, we still have cool companies on the market, those 1, 3, I don't know, maybe 5% of innovators that are doing things and bringing the technology to the new era. What do you think about them? Are there like any noticeable names that are doing real innovation now?
Yeah, of course, these companies, like 5 companies, not 5%, right? Everybody knows. Everybody knows 5 companies.
Yeah, all right, maybe you can tell me something about the new names on the scene, on the market that are doing something impressive?
Yeah, I know that, and I believe in the companies that are building the like infrastructure over large language models. So not just large language models, they are building agents that can use tools, browse the web, and so on. And you know what? One interesting niche nowadays is AI for coding. Really, there are like 5 companies, Bolt, Replit, Lovable.
I'm using Bolt.
yeah, and some more. And these companies are they are building infrastructure to help the programmers to create products. And the last one, Lovable, right? It's European startup. It's super interesting because it's really a startup from Europe, not from Y Combinator and USA. It's European startup.
Rare bird.
Yeah. And that's really rare nowadays.
So what are they doing?
They are providing tools for non-programmers to build their products, to build their apps, websites, and so on. And you know what? In 4 months, they just reach like 20 mil annual recurring revenue.
Oh, that's massive. That's impressive.
Yeah, just in 4 months. So yeah, the super hot topic nowadays is the companies that are developing agents, assistants, pair programmers for programmers, for software developers.
I see. And what do you think about all these low-code platforms, low-code AI builders and things like that are also trying to bring AI closer to the, let's say, to the public? Like, what do you think about them?
Yeah, I have like huge way. Huge part of my road was building no-code tool, right? But actually nowadays, right, I understand that probably that's not the solution. Why so, right? That's not the solution. And the interesting, why so, right? And
why so?
Why so? Really, I thought about it like for a lot of years, and I thought, no-code builders, that's the future. To give the access for just non-technical specialist access to creating the apps, automating processes, right? But nowadays I understand that probably the next programming language will be the natural language, the human language. So you don't need to like drag and drop these parts of no-code to build to automate some process, right? In future, right, I believe more in this, that you can just type and create anything just with natural language.
Or even say, yeah, I agree. That makes much sense. Cool. Sounds interesting. And before you mentioned about so-called vibe coding, can you elaborate on this? I believe this should be very interesting to our viewers.
Yeah, that's super new trend. It born like 2 months ago, just from
super fresh.
yeah, super fresh from Andrei Karpaty. He is the lead at OpenAI, and he was the I'm not sure who, but probably like chief AI officer at Tesla. Yeah, and 2 months ago, he made a post on Twitter and he said, "Hello, nowadays I see there is the new way to programming. Yeah, I just opened Cursor. That's one of these apps like Bolt, Replit, and so on. And I open Super Whisper. Is the app that just converting your audio from microphone to text. So it's just speech to text model.
I guess I see where you're driving to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, and he just talking with the cursor by voice and see how apps are building, how apps are building really. And if he said that if I want to like move a bit one button or just change a color a bit, I'm just saying change a color, and that's all. He even don't dig into code.
That sounds great. That's absolutely cool. Hey dude, make my shopping cart, please. Just lying on the sofa. That's super cool. I gotta try it. Hey, listen, I wanted to ask you about SaaS products. You know why? Because many of our clients or potential clients, they say something like, hey, why do I need your services? Why do I need to customize something? I'm gonna buy SaaS subscription for $100 per month and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm interesting. What do you think about it? But I just want to add a few words, right? Few words is, it's about customization mostly.
Yeah, agree. But just give more details, because I understand what you're saying, but maybe someone won't.
Okay, let's do it. Most of the time, right, the SaaS products are super like restricted. They are restricted, and comparing all what are we talking about today, right? We believe more in code products, where you the owner the code, right? If you own the code, you will be able to enhance it, to add something new, and so on. And the first point, this is restriction that SaaS is not customizable. And the second is you do not own the code. And the third is when you are connecting with the agency, like our agency, the agency can help you to understand why exactly you need it, and like deep dive into your process.
Do you actually need it, or you need another solution, or you don't need any solution at all? Yeah, and here it happens that you need to have a clear idea yourself.
Yeah,
and you just need a tool to make it real. Okay, cool. Yeah, I pretty agree with you, and I want to highlight that. Yeah, it's about customization. That SaaS product is a ready product. It's a built product, and it can be customized upon the needs of your business. I'm not saying it's useless. I'm saying that it depends. It highly depends, and you need to make sure if it helps your business, if it brings that value that you are expecting. Otherwise, you have to dig deeper, you have to customize, you have to fine-tune until the AI will meet your expectations, business processes of your company, brand, tone of voice, whatever is there to be a real helper.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and another thing is about SaaS, that we have no clue what they're doing with our sensitive information. How do they store it? Let's say information about our sales or customer base. Maybe they're using it. Who knows? It's just a black box that you don't own. You just have an account there, that's it. And maybe in the best case, API integration. And the rest is black boxed, and you have no idea what they're doing with your sensitive data. And they're just saying you believe us. So the bottom line is, think twice if you need SaaS solution and if it brings value to your business.
Hey, Tony, now it's my cue to ask you a question.
Sure, go ahead.
So what are the most common red flags when the company, the business are choosing the vendor to make some AI integration, AI automation, or even software development? How they can be sure that some vendors are great and another are just red flags itself?
Well, I would say that right now we are not talking about common stuff like expertise, like quality of delivery and all that. We are just talking about AI part. I would say that it's all about transparency. Okay, that if a vendor says you just have to trust the model, that's bullshit. If he can't explain how the system works in plain English words, just run away. That's something bad behind it. It's probably some theater where you pay for the ticket. And another thing is that I believe that you have control your data pipeline. You have to know where your data goes, how it flows, and how it's stored. These are the cornerstones.
Yeah, agreed. Also, I want to add that actually it's more about building the trust, building the brand. Yeah. And what about the technical part? Yeah, absolutely agreed with you. And the first vendor have to ask the business owner, which data do you have? If the vendor is saying, yeah, I will do anything, let's do. That's probably doesn't work.
Yeah, that sounds scary. Yeah, that's a great thing that you have to ask about the data. Yeah, and also I wanted to add that a good practice is to ask for a demo. Is to ask a new vendor. If you choose a vendor, is a great practice is to ask for a demo, not a pitch deck, not a presentation, a live demo, because AI has to speak for itself, not just words in the presentation. And there is something else I wanted to discuss. What would you advise to companies that want to build their own AI expertise like in-house? Is there any set of steps or framework, or I don't know what they can do, what they have to do to one day reach the point where they don't have to rely on external partners, vendors, and tools?
The first point is they have to think about it. They have to think, they have to research a lot. They have to learn how to use AI, how to apply AI.
How it can help, where it can help.
Yes.
Will it actually help specifically them and their situation? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so exactly that's why we are not just software development company. We also are a consulting company. So really nowadays the great direction is super important. If we can give a direction to the business and they will do, for example, right, we are giving the direction, the business will do everything by their hands. So firstly we can think, okay, that's not good because he do everything without us, right? Mm-hmm. But from the other side, in the future, right? For example, in the half a year, he will come to us to say, yeah, that was great, thanks a lot, and let's now work together because we have super huge amount of leads that we cannot process. Or
we again need your help. Yeah, that could happen. I would like also to add here that you can start with training your experts with basics, with some tools, I don't know, low-code tools or something like this, and you can order architecture and strategy from experts from outside, so that you buy the architecture and vision, and then your trained experts just implement it, because it's easier to implement what was already done. And to start with this, you can just think about it like DevOps 10-15 years ago. It's something new, but it's achievable.
Yeah, something like that. Also, I think there is one more solution, right? Company can build internal team. Mm-hmm. Firstly, from the huge integration, from the vendor's team, huge integration. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. And then also the internal team will get some new knowledges.
You mean blend the vendor's team with your own team,
yes,
and arrange knowledge transfer and expertise, and one day become independent? Yeah. That's a good approach. I think it should work. Cool, perfect. To summarize our talk today, I'd kindly like you to cover the newest trends in AI. What's the hottest? What's on the table now? Where its all movement is going?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Tell me about the new trends, the hottest trends. What's new? What's going on with AI? Maybe something was invented yesterday and I have no idea about it.
Yeah. So the greatest achievements nowadays are probably is something about the browser interactions that AI model then can handle your computer. right?
Yeah, that's a cool stuff.
Yeah. Another one is about the thinking models that are they are before the answer. They're thinking itself. What should I do? Which plan should I make? I have to follow this plan. Am I correct? So it's like reasoning. It's like self-reflection. So when you're thinking about something, should I go to the party, right? For example, at Friday night. One side you think, yeah, I have to go, and the other side of your brain is telling you, no, you have a lot of work.
Yeah, and for both solutions, you have reasoning, you have priority of the reasons and other factors. Yeah, so it's now simulating the thinking process, not just a script that is Googling and answering you the information.
Exactly. That's really the new achievement.
Should we start afraid?
Actually, nobody knows.
Not today, yeah, not today. Do you have anything to add here, or maybe you wanted to cover something else?
Yeah, I believe these two directions are quite great. Also, the vibe coding is it's new stuff. I'm not sure how it will be even in the half of year. I really don't know. But nowadays it's super huge, it's super great. It's changing the development a lot. Yeah, but about vibe coding, right? The one guy is building the app, and he's posting tweets on the X. So look, I made this app. Look, I added subscriptions. Look, I added this, and you know what? In 2 weeks after he launched, the guys just hacked this website, and you know what? He doesn't know the programming. So
wow, that's crazy.
So he doesn't know how to fix it, because all code was written by AI. Yeah, and he was hacked. All users got the free subscriptions, and
yeah, because that cost him nothing. That completely changed the game. Yeah, interesting. Well, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for new hot topics.